Hello, this is Rick Suman with Debt Free Network, and this is day 4 of the 5 videos that I'm doing for you. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I just kind of want to give you an overview of what's out there. And in terms of the help side of this industry, there are some pitfalls. There are also some people working hard to try to help you out. And so I'm just trying to kind of navigate through that so that you can have a good idea of what's going on. But today I want to talk to you about what we do, how we do it, why we do it, and all that. And so let's get started with that. We're probably different than a lot of folks out there in the industry. I know I said this before, and it may be hard for you to believe, but probably 80% to 85% of the help side of the MCA industry, in other words, when you get into debt and you're looking for someone to help you out of it, that high of a percentage is probably just as bad, just as excessive, just as crooked as the MCAs. And that's what makes this thing really hard to navigate, because sometimes you jump from the frying pan into the fire. And literally, I've seen many, I can't even count how many companies choose the wrong method of help and end up going out of business, filing in Chapter 11, filing in Chapter 7. It's really devastating. The whole MCA industry is fostered and built on failure. Your failure to pay them. Because when you don't, then they tack on the default fees, the attorney fees, the NSF fees, the everything, and all of a sudden, you paid 15, 20 grand on a $50,000 debt, and you're expecting, well, I owe like 30, 35,000, and it's back up to 50. It's because when you default, they not only got all the money that you paid them, but now they're going to get the same amount again that you started out with. That's how the industry is built. It's fostered on your failure, okay? Up to 1/3 or more of all merchant cash advance clients default on their obligations. So that's how the industry is built, okay? So you need to understand that then when you go over to the help side of the industry, you've got several options, but most of them are not going to help you. So what do? We're very straightforward. There's no frills, there's no excesses. It's when you get sued and you've defaulted and you need help, once you decide you want us to work with you, we immediately work with the attorney of the MCAs that you have debt with, okay? And we move immediately to get those settled for you, not in the same payment format that you were in before, which was 90, 120, 150 days or 180 days. Normally, the payoff's 3 months to 6 months, right? Daily or weekly, which is devastating to your cash flow. No, we settle it out for 12 to 15 months at a payment that you can afford, and 80, 90% of the time, it's a monthly payment. Do we do every once in a while a bi-weekly? Yeah, but I had one just the other day. They said, okay, it's going to be this much, and it's going to be weekly. I said, no, it's going to be this much, and it's monthly, or we're not doing it at all. And he came back the next day with exactly what we wanted to do. So, and that's not because, look, I'm nobody, okay? It's not like I had power to change that. It's that I knew what the law was. I knew legally what we could negotiate and what they had to accept. It just comes down to that. And so what I want you to understand is we meet it head on. We get a settlement for you right now. It doesn't help you to do these escrow plans and kick the can down the road, because you're not going to get down the road. You rarely ever get down the road. I would venture to say that probably less than 20% of all the clients get 17, 18 months down the road to offer a lump sum. It never happens. It never happens. And they can tell you everything they want to tell you. And I'm going to tell you this. There's nobody that I know of. Now, that doesn't mean they're not there. Doesn't mean they're not out there. But there's nobody that I know of, and I know a lot of people in this industry. There's nobody that I know of that's got 24 years in this industry or there's nobody else I know of that's 70 years of age that has the background I have, 43 years in the financial services industry, that's dealing with this area right here. So I've got a lot of time involved in this industry, okay? So it's not that I am anything special. It's just that I've got a lot of data up here, okay, that says I know what I can negotiate and settle your debt for. That's it, plain simple. And so if you want that, if you want to get this shut down right now, if you want to have a payment that you can afford and settle it out for 12 to 15 months, that's your option, okay? Now, we only charge 10 cents on a dollar. That's our fee. So if you have a $50,000 MCA debt, our fee is $5,000 that we extend out for about 10 months, okay? And that's very affordable. But if you want to pay it all in one lump sum, and we've done the work, then you can offer us half of that amount, $2,500, up front. I don't mean up front, but up front after we finish the work. And guess what? We cut our bill in half, 5%. And I would say probably 50% of our clients take us up on that, literally. If somebody owes 10 grand and they can get out of it for 5 grand after we've done the work, tons of people pay us 3 grand, 5 grand, 2,500, okay? Why? Because it cuts their fee in half. Then our charge is only 5%. So honestly, we do whatever we can to help you, our client. We really do. And including reducing our fees, okay? So from that perspective, you know, I would say that option, it's straightforward. You know what you're getting. You know what's going to happen. If you happen to have a lawsuit and we negotiate and settle it for you, guess what? The lawsuit's done. It's over with. We settled the debt for you, all right? And then here's something else we do that rarely does anybody else ever do, and that's this. We go back in 5, 6, 7 months into your payment to your merchant cash advance. And if you've managed to save up a lump sum, we'll go back in at that time and we'll settle about 75 cents, 70 cents, 65 cents on the dollar against the balance that you owe and knock off several thousand more. So that's something we do that almost nobody else does. So if you want a straightforward approach, if you want to get control of this right now, if you want to pay it out over 12 to 15 months at a discounted rate, at a payment that you can afford, and if you want to pay a fee that's very, very little, okay, and if you don't want to pay that fee until the work has been done, everybody else charges you up front before anything has ever happened. We don't. We do the work, then we charge you, okay? So if you would like to work under those conditions, then we're probably the option for you. And I'd like to invite you to call me or call us at 602-577-3577, or you can answer the email, or you can text that number and just let us know that, hey, I'd like a consultation. It's a free consultation. We'll ask you some questions and find out whether or not we're a good fit, okay? But from that standpoint, if you want a straightforward solution, I think we're your option, okay? And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Bye.